Chris, what a great job you did in this movie. Like I said, I so loved it. And I understand that your audition for this was a little bit of a wake-up call for you because they asked you to do something specific to get the part.
Yes, not what you're thinking. No, I had to lose a little weight. I had to lose a little weight for this role. I was overweight. I mean, I'm a bigger guy in general, and I play a character on a television show that allows me to be sort of like schlubby and sweaty, and you know, and it works because it's comedy. It's a lot of physical comedy and stuff. But and I think that if this were a fictional narrative, if this were something, just a screenplay that someone wrote out of their imagination, a traditional baseball movie, maybe they wouldn't have asked me to lose a bunch of weight, but I was playing a real baseball player, you know, a character based on a real person, so I had to try to slim down and look as close physically as I could to the real Scott Hatterberg. So I lost a ton of weight. They didn't really ask me to. They just said that I didn't get the role because I was too big, and so I just on spec lost about 30 pounds.
Prove them wrong.
And then they gave me the role, and then yeah.
Awesome. Now, did you spend time with Scott? Did you train with him or anything like that?
I didn't do any training with him, but I did spend time with him. He was on set with his family and his wife. He's just a lovely guy. He's really, really nice. Was equally as excited as I was, maybe more so, about the prospect of this whole thing and him being a character and you know what he contributed to the Oakland A's in 2002 and how, you know, what a hero he is, and he's been living with that for a while, I imagine, but now it's going to be on the big screen, and I think he was just really thrilled about it and excited and enchanted by the whole process, and just couldn't have been nicer. He was a really a great guy.
Are you a ball player at all?
A little bit. I mean, more so now than I was before. I played Little League baseball, and I was an athlete growing up, but I never played baseball past the age of probably 12 or 13.
Are you a lefty? Because he is.
I'm a righty, so I had to learn how to bat left-handed, which was...
How was that?
It was the most exhilarating research I've ever done for a role. It was unbelievable. I trained 6 days a week for about 6 weeks with Chad Kruder, who's a former head coach at USC, and we used their facilities, and I was just swinging a bat. I would go home and swing the bat like 500 or 1,000 times every night left-handed, and I worked with different coaches, and we filmed it from every angle, and it was my job to make the swing look authentic, because the movie itself is really authentic to the sport. It's all real baseball players. I mean, everyone playing every part from every team, and the Oakland A's and every team we play, they're ex-pros, ex-college guys. I mean, these are guys that had to prove their worth on the field. They had a big tryout, and they were throwing fastballs. I mean, these guys are true players.
Yeah. Now, Brad fought so hard and so long to get this movie made, and you know, it's just, like I say, so fantastic. But seriously, is it intimidating working with the sexiest man alive?
You'll have to ask Brad that.
Which I'm going to, for sure. Come on, give us your best pose.
No, yeah, it is. I mean, it's your job as an actor to be professional and not allow intimidation or anything else to creep in when you're working with someone like a Brad Pitt. So it's your goal to not be intimidated or to not let that affect you. And I think I did a good job of it. In fact, I feel like I might have even robbed myself of the true experience of just like having that moment. I had it earlier in the elevator, or when we were hanging out before the press conference. I let myself have that moment where I kind of was just like, and so that was good. But it was, you know, he's a great guy, and like I said this earlier, but to say to any person, hey, you're just a regular guy, isn't a compliment unless you say it to someone like Brad Pitt, and it's the truth. He's just down to earth. He just happens to have a job that puts him in a position of being one of the most powerful people in the world, one of the most recognized people in the world. He's just, at the end of the day, he's an artist and he's a professional, and you know, I am too.
Well, you definitely are. And you've worked with Angelina. Not many people can say they've worked with both of them.
That's right. I've worked with Brad and Angelina.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Put that on your resume and stick it at
it's kind of the only thing on my resume right now, so yeah, I have to.
kidding me?
No, I'm just joking. That's not true.
Welcome, Parks. You're great. So great to talk to you, and best of luck. This is such a good film, honestly.
Oh, thank you so much, Bonnie.
So nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Thanks, guys.
You want the third slot?
Oh.